20s and 30s, eh?
The bandits.
What do you think? Is that going to be our kitchen table?
It could be.
The grizzly bear pushed that rock down onto the road here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't even got a chance to pee yet.
Oh my. You didn't get to Mark's territory.
I will soon.
That's unheard of.
Yeah. Well, today we have an incredibly special treat. We're on a holiday and never expected to be doing this, but we're actually ATVing up a mountain and looking for old mining artifacts and nice lapidary stone.
Absolutely. This is going to be an amazing trip.
Yeah.
And an amazing ride.
Lucky to have great friends around, spread around BC.
Yes, we are.
We are so happy to have been treated to this adventure by Jared and his sons Bennett and Weston and his grandfather. They provided everything for this spectacular day. His grandfather, Allan Endersby, is 85 years old, and he is doing amazing things for his age. It is very inspirational.
Oh, it's working.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Here you go. Off again.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing okay.
Good.
The road into our first site is absolutely overgrown with alder. I didn't think it was possible to get through this, but Allan was determined, and they've done this before, so we were able to make it. Our first destination was an old mine site that was worked in the turn of the century and around the 1930s and also in the 1980s. Allan was one of the people who worked at this site in the 1980s.
Immediately found a frog, which is also known as a switch for ore carts. So this is actually a really good artifact. It can be straightened out and then either sandblasted or use electrolysis and fix it up. It'd be a great display piece for someone's ore carts.
A short time after finding that first frog, we were able to find a second one, which was really good condition, so we'll maybe try and get that one out someday.
We were just looking at this piece of track and we found a date of 1908 on it. Can't quite read the company name, but to have a date of 1908, that's really cool. Alright, what are you doing now? I said no.
Too late. Done deal.
Stop sticking rocks in there. We're looking for artifacts.
Are we?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you're doing. I'm looking for other things.
Oh, okay.
Allan was involved in mining some of these spectacular decorator stones, which were collected right beside this mine.
Through, but
Look at that old mine. How old is that one?
1910.
1910 again? Okay.
Yeah.
probably should look them on.
So what do you think? Is that going to be our kitchen table?
It could be.
Put it on an ATV and haul it out?
The question is, how are we going to get it out of here?
ATV, simple.
Maybe. I don't know about how simple that'll be.
Oh, I don't know. It's just bigger than the ATV, but it'll be fine.
Yeah. Let's see what we can do.
Wow, what an amazing country this is. Great countryside. Apart from the smoke from Idaho.
Back on our ATVs, we headed to our second site. At first we stopped at a really rustic looking cabin. It was actually a dynamite storage shed. It's a very early building, but because it's so dry out here, these have been preserved for this long. Then we headed along this beautiful greened-in path to a watering hole that the grizzlies like to use, and apparently Christa as well.
These guys are powerful.
So you're saying a grizzly bear pushed that rock?
Yeah,
From there?
the grizzly bear pushed that rock down onto the road here.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see where it hit right there.
Yeah. So we're perfectly safe. We're perfectly safe.
Yeah.
This is where the grizzly bears come to drink. None around right now, of course.
Yeah.
What you doing? What you doing?
Having a drink.
Ah.
Actually, all the huckleberries.
Hanging out.
Yeah, when we came up from here last.
Back on our ATVs, we headed to our second site for the day.
This is different. I don't know what this is. I don't know if I want seeds from that. I don't know what it is.
There's Christa collecting seeds when they're supposed to be collecting mining artifacts.
Hey, seeds are valuable too. They make pretty flowers in your garden, and so when you're putting rocks around them, they look really lovely.
Okay, to a girl.
So it's all part of it. Wow, you'll enjoy it once it's done too.
Oh, okay.
That's why I dropped the flower, because it was
There's all
just like,
Christa's little friends.
no way, not a chance.
They are. You brought them.
No, I had nothing to do with those.
They're in your flower. You said so.
Yeah, and I dropped the flower back that way.
Well, how did these all get here then?
I have no idea. Hitchhikers.
This was another mine that Allan had worked at in the 1980s. Most of the buildings are collapsed now, but again, we have several generations of mining at this site, way up in the mountainside. And there's more beautiful artifacts still here.
That is a nice frog. Is that original or 1980s?
I'm not sure. How old would you say this frog is, Grandpa? This is older. This is older than 80s.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'd say 30s.
30s, 1930s?
I used to push. The most I ever got was 27 cars.
27
Push out of here
at once or in a day?
in a day.
Oh, okay.
And that's a lot of
A lot of work.
oh, what the heck was it?
Allan explains that he was lucky to be alive after he was sharpening the drills and he was almost killed.
So you used to sharpen these right here?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That was it. Used to sharpen
Yeah.
in the 80s.
1980s. Huh?
Yeah, one time sharpening, they got a bunch of grinders that had flaws in them,
Oh, yeah?
cracks, and one blew open. It would have killed you.
Oh, really?
It just exploded and
Wow.
stuck in the ceiling, and chunks of it. I was lucky.
Wow. Couple little boilers, or drum and a boiler. Bunch of old track. I need to get a rock too, you know.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, maybe.
You can't just get all the rocks.
I suppose.
I can't just get all the artifacts. I thought this looked. This looks nice. I just want to see if I can get a piece of the red.
Yeah. Oh, that is really pretty. That is super pretty.
I haven't even got a chance to pee yet.
Oh my. You didn't get to Mark's territory.
I will soon.
That's unheard of.
Yeah.